Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Bazaar. The Star Wars Episode 9 trailer just dropped, and we are going to go over it. Let's check it out. So right away, we're getting a wide shot of what looks like either Tatooine or Jakku. I'm going to assume Tatooine because they were saying in production that they were shooting in the same place that George Lucas was for the original trilogy. So I'm inclined to say that's Tatooine. And we're getting a nice voiceover from Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. And Rey has the repaired Skywalker lightsaber. That's really cool. I'm glad to see that it wasn't done away with after 8. This trailer does a really good job at building the tension in the first minute. And we've got what looks like a TIE silencer, and there's only one person we know who flies those, Kylo Ren, so I'm fairly convinced that's Kylo flying at Rey. And it looks like they're gonna get to duke it out on the plains of Tatooine. Very nice shot. And Kylo's got a new ship, too. Either that or he made upgrades to the TIE silencer from Episode 8, because I don't recall it having those red parts on the front of the cockpit there. That's definitely new. But I'm convinced that's Kylo Ren in that ship. He's the only one with a silencer that we know of. And just while I'm thinking about it, this could actually be a training scene between Rey and Kylo. It's not necessarily a battle, and the fact that it's only the two of them is a little bit suspicious. Like, what if they're meeting up in secret and training? It's very interesting. This brings up some questions. The fact that there's nobody else around is strange, and the fact that Rey is just going up against a TIE fighter, like, what the hell? This is what we wanted to see out of Rogue One, when we saw Jyn facing down the TIE fighter in the trailer, and then we never got that, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of that. I would actually love to see this scene in the movie, see how this plays out. We're getting a cool shot of an A-Wing flying down to some city on a planet that I don't know, but this next frame looks really cool. I want to look at this for a second, because if you ask me, it looks like the guy that Kylo is attacking is the same guy, or at least another member of the clan, that we see the guy from in Rey's vision in Episode 7. He's wearing the same kind of hat, he's holding the same kind of weapon, axe-looking baton type thing. And just like in Rey's vision, he's getting his ass kicked by Kylo Ren, so it's kind of interesting to think about. It makes me think that maybe Rey's Force back vision was actually a Force forwards vision in some parts, and she was actually seeing the future. And we get Kylo's repaired mask. And here we see a cool shot of Poe and Finn, looks like traversing Tatooine. And we actually get another shot of them later on, along with C-3PO, on some barge-looking thing. They're being chased by First Order stormtroopers, but we'll check that out when we get there. Here we get a nice shot of Lando and Chewie piloting the Falcon. We had to get some of that. That's awesome. Here it is. Here they're being chased by what looks like a First Order stormtrooper on some kind of speeder bike. And even some jetpack troopers, it looks like. Here they're getting fired on. But it looks like 3PO's in the heat of the action. Now this shot is really interesting, because that's definitely an A-Wing. But it's hard to pause it in the right spot. But look at what the A-Wing looks like it's crashing into. At first glance, that might look like a Star Destroyer. And I don't know if it's the shadows or just the lighting or what. But it actually looks like the Star Destroyer has a red line going over the top of it, or whatever angle we're seeing of it right here. And only one ship comes to mind with a red streak like that, or that color pattern at least, and that's a Republic Venator. Republic Acclamators actually have that too, and the Jedi Fallen Order teaser poster, or whatever that image was that leaked yesterday, actually had a downed Venator, so it's interesting that we might actually be seeing two Venators back to back. Interesting to think about. JJ did say that he was going to harken back to the Clone Wars era, so if this is indeed a Venator, that brings up some questions. Are we going to see some clones in this movie? What's going on? For those of you who don't know what that medal is, that is the Medal of Bravery that Han and Luke earned at the end of Episode 4 after destroying the Death Star. I'm assuming that is Leia holding it. Those hands look a little bit older than maybe Daisy Ridley's, so I'm going to assume that's Leia reminiscing about Han, just remembering him through the Medal of Bravery. That's touching. It's nice. And then we get a wonderful shot of Carrie Fisher. Rest in peace. Her and Rey hugging it out. And this is really cool. I love this. We get the entire group on an adventure together. Finally, after 3 movies, we're getting it. I'm excited to see how their chemistry works out. You know, we've seen Finn and Rey together, and we've seen Finn and Poe together, but we've never seen all three of them working at once. So this is very exciting to me. We also got BB-8, his new sidekick, 3PO and Chewie in the back there. But the highlight of this scene is what they are all looking at. That to me looks like a broken chunk of the Death Star 2. And that makes me think that the planet they're on is planet Endor. Because if you remember, they were actually on the forest moon of Endor back in episode 6. That's where the shield generator for the Death Star 2 was. So, if you ask me, this planet that they're on is actually Endor proper, not the moon, but the planet. And that's where this giant chunk of Death Star fell down to. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting if you ask me. And then right after that, of course, we get the ominous cackle from the Senate. Jeez. Chills, man. Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. It should have been called The Senate Returns, but we can't all have what we want, I guess. Nah, very cool. Very cool. I'm excited. The Rise of Skywalker. I like it. I'm happy with the title. I'm happy with the trailer. I think they blew it out of the water with this one. Very well done, Lucasfilm and everyone else involved. If you guys like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. This is more of a Star Wars gaming channel, but since Episode 8 is such a big event, I just had to cover this and really break down the trailer. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.